My favorite is definitely
City Place.
No. This time is not City Place.
Alright guys, welcome to another team video. I know you guys like this. Today we're going to be talking about the best and worst neighborhoods in Toronto. And by best and worst, let's define what that means. So I have a list here, and I'm looking at the Toronto Life best and worst, and there's a bunch of sliders. It's about housing, affordability, safety, transit, shopping, health, entertainment, community, diversity, education, and employment. So when we say the worst, it doesn't mean that it's the worst as in it's dangerous, maybe, potentially could be, because that's safety.
Yep.
But let's see what we have out there. So let's go around the table. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, you can start it.
Okay.
Yeah, Kayla. Let's go.
I was going last. Okay.
What's your favorite neighborhood? Let's go around and say your favorite neighborhoods.
Okay, so my favorite would have to be Yorkville. I just love how affluent and luxurious it is.
Fancy.
It's one of the most expensive areas in Toronto,
Fancy.
but it's really cute. Like there's a lot of cute boutiques, a lot of older Victorian homes that have been converted into retail spaces and cafes, lots of nice restaurants, and of course, lots of nice shopping. So, and it's really safe too, so that makes it one of my favorites.
I'm too broke for that.
It's an aspirational area, but
All right. That's a good one. Vado, what's your favorite?
I like Forest Hill, Rosedale area.
Okay.
I like the houses, just the neighborhood itself. It just seems so very like mature, elegant, and like very luxurious. I really like that, and like probably school's probably amazing over there. I just like how it's not cookie cutter homes. You know, each home is like very they have character. So I really like that. It just looks cool too.
See, that's what you get from neighborhoods that are older, right? Because
Yeah.
you get like the built up over the years. People renovate, people do different things, as opposed to just one builder coming in and creating a subdivision versus like suburbs, right?
Yeah,
Uptown
exactly.
and all that.
Yeah.
So there you go. With Forest Hill, you get a lot of big lots, so it's amazing.
Yeah. And like the underground parking, like some of the homes have, is so sick.
Underground parking, yeah, it's crazy. Those are like $10 million homes.
I never knew they had that.
Yeah, they did.
No, I have a new understanding of.
New
That's crazy.
You know, there's so many good neighborhoods in Toronto. I would say I think there's like 150 different neighborhoods, or if not more, right?
Yeah.
And it's so easy to say the good ones like Bridle Path and Hogs Hollow and all those expensive neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say something like, I know I'm gonna take this from you maybe, but North Riverdale is a good one.
Oh,
That's where
yeah.
we're situated. That's what you're gonna say?
No.
Okay, well, we're situated in North Riverdale right now as our office. It's good because it's walkable. You have everything around here. The lots are tight, so you still have that kind of urban downtown feel, which is nice. You get Davenport and all that, and Broadview where we're at. But it's a quick TTC ride down to the city. So
That's
I like
Personally, my favorite is actually Summerhill, because
Oh.
yeah, the houses are expensive, but they're really tightly packed together, so it feels really cozy. And it's a small area, so if you're like driving right by it, you don't even notice that it's there. But it's within walking distance to two different subway stations, within walking distance to Yorkville, within walking distance to St. Clair. You've got a lot of small mom and pop shops there, and my favorite El Segundo is actually in that spot as well, the old train station. So it's really got like everything and access.
Yeah, you're fancy. But let's be honest. Would you actually take the subway if you actually lived there? Would you drive?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
take the subway?
Yeah.
Because your wife goes on the subway line, so. they
I
don't
mean,
have to drive.
pre-COVID, like we would take the subway and try to go around the city. Parking's expensive, so why not? And it's right there anyway.
It's true.
But unfortunately, because of COVID, we do drive everywhere now.
Like everyone else. Okay. Neil, let's go on. What's your favorite?
My favorite is definitely
City Place.
No. This time is not City Place. If you take it back to last episode, I said that for my best and worst. In my opinion, the best condos have to be the City Place condos. This time, I have mine as Old East York.
Okay.
So Old East York, my favorite part about Old East York is that there are a couple parks, or a few parks nearby. You got Dieppe, which is my favorite for sporting, soccer, or football. That was for Chevy right there. That was for Chevy. You could play hockey there, baseball. They got everything there.
Yeah.
There's Stan Wadlow Park. There's Taylor Creek.
Yeah.
Right. So you got all of that. You're nearby, or Ken's nearby with North Riverdale. And my favorite's Pape Village, which is a commercial street. and a lot of mom and pop shops. I've seen stuff open up, and it's still there to this day, and I still visit, and I know them because I, kind of grew up with them. I've known them since soft opening, right?
Yeah.
So when it was just an idea of theirs, almost, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that place is very near and dear to my heart, honestly.
What's your worst? What's your worst? What's the least favorite?
My least favorite? It's I was practicing this with Michael and Kayla. It's Roncesvalles.
Yeah.
Roncesvalles.
Why? That's a great
Now,
neighborhood.
it is a great
good,
neighborhood.
man.
It's very convenient, and there's lots of parks, and yeah, everything's nearby. The only reason I don't like it is because there's so much commuters, or so much people there. It's a very big place for like young families. So there's a lot of like double strollers on the sidewalks taking up all the space. There's a lot of kids, a lot of people on scooters, on bikes, on big cars everywhere. So I'm playing like Frogger in real life. So I'm just dodging everybody. So it's
Makes sense.
too many people is, for me, it's kind of a problem. And it's funny because I live in City Place.
Yeah, but nobody drives there. I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking. So
Everybody's walking
wide
there.
sidewalks and stuff like that.
That's exactly it.
No strollers.
Sidewalks are this small, and then there's garbage in front of it. So where am I
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go?
bad. Look at Kensington, or not Kensington. Trinity Bellwoods or Queen West. That's bad too.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're all nearby, right? High Park, right? High Park.
Okay. High Park's good. Good escape from all that. Michael, what's your worst?
Thought long and hard about this, and I'd have to say least favorite's probably Golden Mile. I feel like
I love that area.
I mean, it's not a knock on like anyone who lives there. Like I'm just looking at the future potential for it, and the problem with that is that it feels like transit's been built to direct people away from it. So whenever you're driving down Eglinton, you're going past like large strip malls. You have to walk really, really far away or drive. And it just feels like they're doing that community a disservice. It's just not very accessible.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking about that now. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's just a block. It's just there.
Yeah.
I always pass by and I'm like, oh yeah, Golden Mile's
Golden
here.
Mile.
I forgot about
It's called
that.
bowling. Yeah. But it's gone again.
Yeah, it's gonna go. Now it's like a no frills or something. It's just it's unfortunate. Like it's really just huge malls.
And I
sitting
think
there.
that's the reason why their main draw. What is it called? The anchor store. It's no frills or food. No frills.
Yeah,
no frills.
but the parking lot takes up so much space, and it's like all that land that could have been put to good use directing traffic towards the neighborhood is just a parking lot. Right.
Well, I gotta say, there's no worse neighborhoods in Toronto. Every neighborhood's good. So, no, I'm joking.
It's like,
If I had to pick one in Toronto, it'd probably be Cabbagetown. It's not my favorite. I love the east side. It's great. I just find it a little bit sketch there. And I know a lot of people love it. If you love that urban feel, it's too much. It's too diverse for me. Too diverse is ever a bad thing. I mean, not ethically, but economically diverse, and that's not a good thing for me, anyway, personally.
For me, I would say like the Davenport and Dufferin area. It just feels like so cramped over there, you
Oh
know.
man, there's like 15,000 units gonna be built there.
It's
Condos.
like, yeah, it's like
more.
when you're
There's
driving.
more?
No, there's so many more. But it's like when you're driving, it just feels like dark and like it's just very like cramped, especially on Davenport with all these like. Every time I drive there, I'm just
But you
like,
know, with more people and more density, there'll be more services, more better roads, better stores, everything like that. And you're gonna want to be there in a few, like 10 years or so.
yeah, I guess so. But then just when you're driving like at 4 or 5 o'clock, it's like always cars here, and then after you got it's just I hate driving there. It's my least favorite area.
It's like that anywhere in Toronto. I think if you're an urban planner and you're watching this and you have an influence in the city, I think there's so many things you could do.
Yeah.
One-way streets, grid system, making pedestrians go first, and so that cars can have left and right and they don't block traffic.
Yeah, and then they have the bikers everywhere. Bikers, the kamikaze guys. They just go at it. You're just like, whoa! Look at it, like almost kill that guy. No, 10 points.
What's coming up there with like 15,000 more units?
Oh, there's so many, man. Galleria,
Galleria.
Tridel has one, Bianca, whatever. It's almost built. There's one on Kent School, I think Dufferin and Bloor. I guess it's not really Davenport, but close enough.
And they have the other one in by
Honest
the.
Eds has one. Like, there's a big.
Yeah, so many.
So many.
So many.
All the little ones on DuPont.
A
Yeah.
lot.
and more that aren't even planned yet. I
Yep.
think it's
Hear all
Stockyards
those?
are gonna go there too, right? The stockyard.
so I think it's
area.
a really up and coming neighborhood, and in fact, I think it's one of the better priced ones because that density is not there yet. So you could probably still get something around 1,000 something ish a foot,
Square
maybe
foot.
1,100 a foot in condo land anyway. So
Everyone, see that? See that plug? That was crazy.
it's not fun, man. You can say good about every single spot, even Cabbagetown.
Kayla?
There's lots good.
No, I'm just letting everybody
Yeah,
know. I
worst,
gave them
yeah.
useful information.
Yeah. Kayla, what's your worst neighborhood that you don't like?
I don't want to offend anybody, but I'd have to say Moss Park. Yeah, same thing. It just feels sketch to me. I know it's being revitalized and it's going to get a lot better in the future, but as of right now, it's still very run down. There's still a large homeless population there. It has like a history of crime, especially like drug-related crime. And as a woman, like I don't feel all that safe by myself when I'm
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
So
That's true. That's true. But you got Eden Center.
you got Eaton Center, which is still kind of sketch, but
Yeah, there's a lot of
This is a fancy girl that likes only.
there's a lot of
inside
Safeway
the mall
houses
is
there. That's
okay.
why.
Outside the mall, different story.
What's that?
They have a halfway house there and everything, right? That's the reason.
Yeah, it's
why.
not. But you know what? Like that whole area is being transformed. All the condos coming in as well too. But they have a. I was talking to some cop friends, and they said that they have an invisible border that the homeless people don't cross. They don't cross Queen Street. Like, it's just known.
They
don't
really,
cross
yeah,
it.
they really don't.
They don't.
They like.
It's like it's like force fields. You can't.
Order.
Anyway, this whole city's transforming. There's lots going on here. It changes every 10 years. I don't know. Things gentrify a lot, and before you know it, things can change and it'd be a different neighborhood. Regent Park used to be. You live in Regent Park.
Yeah, I do.
It
Yeah,
used to be
yeah.
ghetto, right?
It used to be.
But
Still
now
is
it's
kind of a
beautiful.
little bit.
Hey, they have the best Moss Park, Regent Park,
I used to live
best
in Moss
basketball
Park.
people,
Yeah, they do.
best courts,
Yeah,
That's right.
best courts.
and good shawarmas.
It's fun.
That's
Yeah.
So again, there's no bad neighborhoods in Toronto, in my opinion. I don't know. That's my view on it. I love Toronto. So diverse. That's the great thing about us versus other cities. Now we talk about other big cities. I was just in Dallas the other day, right? And a couple months ago. That I don't know, man. I don't know about Dallas. Sorry, guys. it's boring and it's kind of scary.
Toronto changes so much. You asked me this question next year. Okay, not next year as in January, but in a few years, honestly, like my opinion can change.
You know what? For those of you guys living outside of Toronto and you drive through the Gardner or whatever, and you're like, "Whoa, where'd that building come from?" Every 6 months it happens. I
Every
always
6
get that. So
Yeah, I went to Ryerson, right? So I drive by your neighborhood. So before Ryerson, it was like bleak. Yeah. Right after, towards the graduation year, I'm like, whoa, it's so nice here. I want to live here. Like, it's a nice spot.
I guess we can sign it off. If you guys are interested in the latest and up and coming neighborhoods that maybe might suit your needs, there's something out there for everybody. Give us a shout. We have everybody here to help you.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Add it up.